Hey everybody, it's your girl Griselda. How y'all doing today? The archetypal war, I want to talk about that. And the spiritual war is the same thing. I have found, and I don't blame us, I don't blame people, afraid of using the terms spiritual warfare because it's associated with, a lot of things that Christians say. But this concept, there's so many of them that have been co-opted by Christianity, by Abrahamic religion in general, because that is the ultimate power. That is what is empowering this entire Western atmosphere, the entire Western structure, the collective Western mind. And so we are afraid to use this language. We don't want to be associated with that. When I say we, I mean people who are awakened or who are waking up to realize this. But we have to find language to talk about it. And sometimes that means reclaiming language so we can reframe it. This is part of the work. Language itself is fundamental to power in every way you can imagine. It is language that manifests systems, institutions, that manifest everything actually. So to wrestle with words, wrestle with ways to explain things, to reframe things, reclaim things, is magic, is the work, is the power. We are witnessing a spiritual war, which is an archetypal war. Well, what archetypes? In what ways? What does that mean? Plato called archetypes forms. This is what he called them. Carl Jung calls them archetypes. They are symbols. They are mythology. They're the stories of humanity. Because when we rise above the personal, so far and profoundly outside the personal, we wind up in the mythological story. We wind up in the archetypal story, in the symbolic story, because it is so unfathomable that reality is so much bigger than our personal truth. To tether our personal truth to the greater, deeper, more profound spiritual archetypal truth is the path of the great work, is the path of the soul, the alchemist, and so on. I wanted to come over here and just make a little video and talk about this. This is in essence what I do in all of my programs and my courses is how can we name so we can contain, organize, like an organizing principle, a different kind of order that we are witnessing now. Because the order that has contained the chaos now has grown in love with its own reflection. And so we have to reorder, reframe, rename, reclaim. I wanted just to talk about that today with you guys. I'll be back and make another video about this. I have an appointment, but I just wanted to shout out and say hi and just start this conversation. All right? It's a really fucking hard time. And I'm feeling it. I can feel it. There's always war in the world. There's always tribal wars. There's always fucking somebody, killing somebody somewhere. The war happening now between Israel and Palestine and so on. This is a deep, profound, ancient war. And the archetypes here are, they are our ancestors too. And I wanted just to mention that for whatever it's worth. Love to hear your comments and see how you're doing, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm definitely working through it and in my own personal way, working through a lot of things and just wanted to talk about this and create community around this conversation, around language and reframing, reclaiming in terms of power and learning to stand in our power and understand that there are methods to reordering something, and that is part of our work. So hope it makes sense. Talk to y'all later.